Be in front of change with KPMG in Singapore, only on Money FM 89.3.
Thanks for joining us on Money FM 89.3. Welcome to Be in Front, a special podcast series in partnership with KPMG in Singapore. In a world of rapid change and rising expectations, how can businesses stay ahead and lead with purpose? Through this 5-part series, we unpack the values and strategies that keep organizations not just prepared, but to be in front. We explore how KPMG in Singapore is helping to shape a future-ready ecosystem, from nurturing global talent to building trust, accelerating innovation, and delivering impact that goes beyond the bottom line. This week, we explore the value of foresight, how it enables businesses to anticipate future trends, navigate complex challenges, and ultimately maintain a competitive edge. Joining us is Ajay Kumar Sanganeria, partner and head of tax at KPMG in Singapore. With over 23 years of experience, Ajay is a trusted advisor to multinational corporations on international tax strategy and transformation. Known for his forward-thinking approach, he integrates deep technical expertise with foresight, tuning into emerging signals to co-create practical, future-ready solutions. Under his leadership, KPMG's tax practice has evolved to align with industry sectors, driving deeper collaboration and impact. Ajay, it's so nice to have you with us in the studio. Thanks for coming in, and good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
All right, Ajay, I'm going to ask you to start by personally defining foresight. What does it mean to you in the context of your work with clients and teams?
Our clients operate in a world of constant, fast-paced changes. There are new tax rules, technology is disrupting business models, and there are sustainability pressures, and the list also goes on. Foresight helps us guide them through complexity with confidence. For example, with the new global minimum tax rules, we are helping clients restructure their operations, assess effective tax rates, and stay competitive across different countries that they operate in. Foresight is about looking ahead for me, anticipating change, spotting trends early, and preparing for uncertainty. It's not just about reacting to what's happening, but being ready for what's next. In tax, this means keeping a close eye on tax policy changes which are happening all around, understanding their impact, and helping businesses plan for the long term. It's about making decisions today that set the foundation for success tomorrow.
So a lot of moving parts there. Now, you've been with KPMG for about a decade. How has the tax landscape evolved from the time you started with the firm to the present day? What are some of the biggest changes that you've witnessed?
In the last few years, the tax landscape has definitely changed significantly over the years. Technology has been a major driver. AI and automation have made tax processes faster, smarter, and more connected. But to me, it's not just about the tools. Tax professionals are now playing a much bigger role as strategic advisors to their businesses. We are using data and insights to help businesses manage risks, navigate reforms, and make better decisions. The future of tax is about combining these advancements with strategic thinking to create real value for businesses.
Uncover opportunities, harness innovation, and transform your business to thrive in a world of constant change. Visit kpmg.com.sg.
Yeah, it does seem like change is the only constant, and we've been seeing that in the form of constantly evolving global tax rules. We also have tariffs to contend with. So against that backdrop, what advice would you give businesses on navigating headwinds and adapting their tax strategies to stay both compliant but also competitive?
Dealing with tariff uncertainty requires a strategic and multifaceted approach. Let me share a few things which are critical for businesses to focus on. Businesses should focus on building resilience by diversifying supply chains and adopting flexible sourcing and logistics strategies. Leveraging technology is a key for real-time monitoring of policy changes, and scenario analysis is also critical to anticipate and mitigate risks. Strengthening trade compliance processes, optimizing trade classifications, and exploring preferential trade agreements can also help reduce costs. Engaging with policymakers is another important aspect, as well as engaging with industry groups. Businesses should proactively engage with these stakeholders to get more insights. Ultimately, a proactive, well-prepared strategy is key to managing uncertainty and managing competitiveness.
Yeah, I suppose this all points to the idea that to be able to thrive in this uncertain environment, it's essential that businesses double down on digitally transforming their tax functions. What are some of the overlooked advantages of doing so, and why should business leaders prioritize this shift?
So in tax world, digital transformation is not just about automation, it's also about unlocking the value of tax data. When tax data is treated as a strategic asset, it can be used to forecast risks, optimize tax positions, and even influence business decisions like pricing or market expansion. It's a shift from seeing tax just as a compliance function to making it a driver of growth and resilience. That's why it is so important for leaders to prioritize this transformation. It's about staying competitive in a fast-changing world.
Now, given your wealth of experience advising clients, Ajay, what's your advice to tax leaders on cultivating foresight, not just to respond to change, but to anticipate and position their organizations ahead of it?
From my point of view, foresight is all about being proactive. Tax leaders need to keep an eye on emerging trends and think about how they will impact their businesses. Scenario planning is a great way, for example, to test responses to different risks. It's also important to turn tax data into actionable insights and make sure tax is part of the conversation early when big decisions are being made for businesses. Building diverse, adaptable teams and staying connected to external networks can also help businesses stay ahead of it. It's about moving beyond compliance and using tax to shape strategy and create value.
So it's pretty evident that businesses have a lot on their plate, ensuring optimal operational performance, keeping tabs on external factors, macro movements. I'd like to close out this discussion by getting your opinion on the 3 things businesses should look out for in the coming months.
Sure, there are a few big things on the horizon, but let me focus on the 3 things as you asked for. First, trade tensions and shifting tariffs are going to keep reshaping supply chains, so businesses need to stay agile. Second, the rollout of global minimum tax rules is going to bring significant changes to cross-border operations for businesses. And finally, we are seeing an increase in tax audits across the region, which means tax functions need to be more proactive and be prepared to deal with these audits. Businesses that stay proactive and flexible will be in the best position to navigate these challenges and seize new opportunities.
All right, there you have it, an expert take on how businesses can sharpen their foresight in an unpredictable tax environment to strategically position themselves for continued growth. And helping us today has been Ajay Kumar Sanganeria, partner and head of tax at KPMG Singapore. Ajay, thank you so much for your time and your insights.
Thank you, Ahmad.
You're welcome. Staying ahead means seeing beyond today. Be ready for what's next and be in front of change with KPMG in Singapore on Money FM 89.3.
Be in front of change with KPMG in Singapore, only on Money FM 89.3.
Money FM 89.3.